Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss about the double bond equivalent or the degree of unsaturation. Let us first understand what is a saturated organic compound and what is an unsaturated organic compound. So saturated organic compounds are those which possess maximum number of carbon-hydrogen single bonds. On the other hand, unsaturated compounds possess pi bonds in the form of either double bond or triple bonds or a ring, maybe one ring or more than one ring. To understand this, let us consider few examples and then we will go into the double bond equivalent or degree of unsaturation calculations. So you can see that in this molecule 6 carbon hydrogen single bonds are there, and thereby this molecule is containing maximum carbon hydrogen bonds possible. But if you consider ethylene, then it is containing only 4 carbon hydrogen bonds, and you can see that it is containing 2 carbon hydrogen bonds less than ethane, and that's why it is unsaturated. How it is unsaturated? Because it contains a pi bond which is double bond in this case. In the same way, if you consider acetylene, then here the number of carbon hydrogen bonds are only 2. So you can see that it is containing 4 carbon hydrogen bonds less than ethane, and thereby it is also an unsaturated compound. And here it is possessing 2 pi bonds in the form of a triple bond. Like this, if you consider butane, N-butane and cyclobutane, this is N-butane. So in case of N-butane, how many carbon hydrogen single bonds? Total 10 carbon hydrogen single bonds are there in case of N-butane. But if you consider cyclobutane, and in this case also if you draw the number of carbon hydrogen single bonds, then you can easily see that it is containing 8 carbon hydrogen bonds. That is, 2 carbon hydrogen bond is less in case of cyclobutane than N-butane, and that's why it is also a unsaturated compound. Although it is not possessing any multiple bonds, but it is having 2 carbon hydrogen bonds less than the corresponding acyclic version, and this makes this compound cyclobutane a unsaturated compound. So now it is clear the saturation and the unsaturation for a organic compound. Now let us go into the double bond equivalent calculation. So double bond equivalent is basically calculated by this formula, where C is the number of carbon atoms, H is the number of hydrogen atoms, X is the number of halogens, and N is the number of nitrogen atoms. So we can calculate double bond equivalents for some organic molecules. Let us first consider benzene. Its formula is C6H6. So the double bond equivalent will be C is 6 for benzene minus number of hydrogen is 6 divided by 2, no halogen atoms as well as no nitrogen atoms. So the double bond equivalent is 4 in case of benzene. So what this number is suggesting? It's suggesting basically 3 double bonds and 1 ring. If you split this 4 into 3 plus 1, then this 3 is suggesting that benzene has 3 double bonds, and this 1 is basically suggesting that this molecule containing 1 cycle, 1 ring. Right? Like this number 4, that is double bond equivalent 4, can suggest many other combinations. So in this case, in case of benzene, this is a possible combination where the molecule is containing 3 double bonds and 1 ring. But in other cases, this 4 may suggest that this formula C6H6 can have 2 double bond and 1 triple bond. Also 4 double bonds. So like this you can see that calculating double bond equivalent for a particular formula cannot give you the exact structure for that molecule. It only gives you the variety of possibilities that may exist for that particular formula. So when you have to find out the exact structure for a particular compound or for a particular formula, then you must find some additional data to calculate the exact structure along with the double bond equivalent calculation. So like this we can calculate the double bond equivalent for pyridine. The formula is C5H5N. So the double bond equivalent for pyridine will be C is 5 minus H is 5 divided by 2, halogen is 0 plus 1 nitrogen atom plus 1 so it is basically 4, the same double bond equivalent as we have just seen in case of benzene. So here also this number 4 is suggesting 3 double bonds and 1 ring, which is true in case of pyridine, but if you consider other possibilities, then other possibilities are also there. So 4 is basically the number of hydrogen molecule required to saturate an unsaturated compound. How it is so? So here in case of pyridine, if we consider pyridine, if you simply add one hydrogen molecule across these double bonds, then to convert it into this molecule, it requires 3 hydrogen molecule, one for this double bond, one for this and another for this. And then if you break this cyclic structure and you want to convert it into the corresponding acyclic structure in order to fully saturate the cyclic compound, then one extra hydrogen molecule is required, and then it will become a fully saturated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a fully saturated acyclic compound. So this is basically fully saturated, and this is obviously the unsaturated one. In the same way, you can also apply this thinking in case of benzene molecule also. So now let us consider the double bond equivalent for a cyclic molecule. So if you consider cyclopropane, the formula for cyclopropane is C3H6, total 6 hydrogen atoms and 3 carbon atoms. So the double bond equivalent will be 3 minus 6 by 2, no halogen atom, also no nitrogen. So 3 minus 3 plus 1 equals to 1. So this 1 is basically suggesting that this molecule is cyclic, particularly this cyclopropane molecule is cyclic. So it is suggesting basically that one ring is there for cyclopropane system. This 1 can also suggest one double bond is there, and which should be the case for simple propene. So here also you can find that the molecular formula is same, 3 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. So basically this formula and this formula is same, but the compounds are totally different. So calculating only double bond equivalent will be misleading to confirm a particular structure for a particular formula. So you need some additional data, right? So like this you can calculate the double bond equivalent for any organic compound. So this is it. And yes, one more thing is that if the compound possessing any bivalent atoms like oxygen or sulfur, then these are not included for the calculation of double bond equivalents, right? So this is it. If you want to ask me any questions, then you can ask me in the comment section. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.